How is it going, you guys? My name is Primetime warthunder, and once again, I'm coming to you guys with another video. So this first video right here that you guys are going to be seeing, well, actually, these whole videos are going to be all centered around the key 102. Quite frankly, this is honestly my favorite plane in the whole game, so I want to show you guys that. So, um, right here. We got a right here. We got a plane that we're gonna go dive. That we're gonna start diving on, and so I didn't actually do anything with this plane. I saw it going to it. I believe it was a T188, and so I wasn't sure exactly if it was gonna go down or not because sometimes I've seen it where it doesn't go down. So I just wanted to be sure. And then obviously, luckily, it did go down. So we got a 185, I-185 coming towards us. Obviously, we took it down, and there we get the kill. We got a few other people above us. So we got an LA, and then so we got an LA above us slightly, and there was another plane off to the distance. I can't remember what it was, but so just looking around to see who we should go after, who we should target, who's the best option right now because the LA is kind of high, so I won't be able to really climb to it that well. That's kind of the shitty thing about Japanese planes is they don't really climb that fast. They lose their speed kind of quickly. As you can see, I'm barely able to reach 240 miles per hour. In kilometers, that's what, let me see. Okay. So I'm going about 86 kilometers per hour. About 400 give or take now. And, so that's pretty slow. And yeah, and the minute I even try to start climbing, I will immediately start losing speed. So I'm not even gonna try and bother over there. I mean, I could start climbing, but to be honest, I kind of work a little bit better closer to the ground, anyways. So I actually like to stay closer to the deck with this plane. So you see this SB2C right here. He's a little bit away, but he's around our so I figured, hey, why not? Let's go after him. Let's get his ass. These can be an issue, with their bombs and everything that they could have. So I want to make sure we take care of these as soon as possible, as soon as we can. And since I'm not high, figured, well, why not? I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Alright, so we're closing the distance on him, and I wasn't sure if he was facing us or not. Luckily, he's not facing us, but at the same time, he does have a rear gunner, so obviously that is an issue. So I try to move for an intercept route where his gunner can't really get me, miss, and then I take off his wing. So bye bye, send us back to the hangar. So, and then I hear a plane, but I believe that this was just an AI plane, because there was a few around us, and last time I checked, there wasn't anyone around us. So, yeah. Alright, so right here we're just gonna fly off for a little bit. Like once again, try to gain a little bit of altitude so we can kind of start engaging all those other planes that are above us. You see a P-38 and a P-47. I figured let's go for a P-47. He's the closest to him. He's below us, so never mind. No more P-48. And the P-38 is leaking oil, so he's more likely pretty damaged already and is not going to survive much longer because there's other planes that are already going towards him. And yep, he didn't survive. Now, there's no one else around from what I can see. So we just kind of look around, see if we can find anyone. How many? I believe by this point there's still like one or two persons left. So we do have to try to figure out where that person is. There is a Yak 9 right there now that's showing up, and It doesn't look like he's trying to go after me. It looks like he's trying to go after the other plane. Do a quick look around to make sure that there isn't any other planes trying to sneak around us, because I have been killed like that before. So obviously I'm gonna make sure that that's not possible. That's not happening right now. The yak does get set on fire, so by that P-51, and nothing for me to do there. So now I believe there should only be one person left, if I remember correctly. There should only be one person left, and this person obviously is going to be hiding. He's gonna be up in the clouds, or he's gonna be by his base, camping. That's the shitty thing about end game. Towards the end game is they're trying to find that last person, because they know that they're completely outnumbered, and they don't want to just dive into the furball because they know that everyone else is just gonna come and try to get them. But it's like, if that's the case, like, just, you know, just be a man and take your punishment, and take your, not punishment, be a man and take your loss like a man. Or who knows, you might get lucky. You might be able to get a lot of people if you play your cards right. I have seen games before where there's people that clutch, a game where they were like 1v6, 1v7, and they somehow managed to come back. Or there was like 2v7 or whatever. Them in a bomber, and they managed to come back because they played right. They played their cards right. Now, this P-51 is starting to dive on us. He's 1.6 kilometers from us. Obviously, he's thinking that, oh man, this guy's just gonna be an easy target. No, do a quick turn, make left behind, and then just get out of his way. Don't give him a good target. And now here's where he's messing up, is he's doing the turn game with me. What he should have done is he should have just dove away. Just gain his speed in the dive, and then extend it as far away as possible, and then start climbing, and then repeat. But no, he tried to do a turning game with me, and obviously I'm a Japanese plane, so turning game is not an issue for me, and I love turning matches. So get him right there. And that was it. That was last player. GG. And now we're gonna move on to the second match right here. So start off with a little bit away from this IO2, B34, B1, B18. So the B34 and the B18 are kind of a little further above us, so don't really want to mess with that. I don't really like how on the right there's a lot of red and not a lot of blue. So I'm gonna try and stay away from that area as soon as possible, as much as possible, to be honest, because I'm not trying to get outnumbered going into that. So if I try to go for any of those P-51, any of those P-51s, any of those three P-51s, the I-16, P-39, yeah, if I try to go for any of those, I'm just gonna get completely outnumbered. Just like, unfortunately, like he is about to in my squad, and I wish it was. I mean, now that I have a few other guys as backup, yeah, I can go over there because there's more. It's not just me, but this I-185 is trying to go after our SB2. He ends up, I can't remember if he actually ends up getting him or not. So we go at him and put him on fire, take him out, but I run into him, and luckily I managed to take out that P-39's wings. This one is unfortunately going to be a very short one because, I was out, like, my propeller got down, so there's nothing I could have done. I was still kinda, fighting right there, but then, and that's it. So, oh well, that was a short match. So, now we're going head on with this IL-2 right here. and he doesn't get any hits on us. Gonna go ahead and turn around on him, and unfortunately for him, he tries to do the same thing. Oh wait, no. Okay, I will say this: I really don't know why my aim was as bad as it is. Like he wasn't that far. He wasn't even moving. I really don't understand what happened right here. Why I missed so badly. I'm really ashamed of that right there. Like I had I have 500 machine gun and 400 cannon rounds, and I am down to 218 machine guns and 100 cannon rounds. Like, how did that happen? How did that happen? But whatever. One of the most embarrassing moments, in my War Thunder service record. But oh well, it is what it is. I still got him eventually. It only took 1/3 of my ammo. I mean 2/3 of my ammo. Alright, so we got a few options that we can turn on to kind of help out. We got an LA7, a P51, I-185. We're going to turn around and kind of try and go for that I-185 because he's obviously getting behind our two Spitfires. Now there is a couple other Spitfires that can intercept him that are closer than I am, but still going to try because you never know. No, he is pulling away from me, so I figured I might as well not continue with that. That's before I can get him. They're faster than I am anyways, so I move my attention towards this P51 right here. Hoping he hasn't seen me yet, because hopefully he's still focused on that other Spitfire right there. So, if yeah, because if he's got tunnel vision with that, then I can just come and get him quickly. And then once again, I changed my mind again to the LA7. Mostly because he's just closer. That's literally it. He's closer and all that. Miss our shots. And there goes one of our flaps. Because of that, we're going to be a little bit careful with our shots. Got a few hits. And boom. Back to the hangar with you, buddy. And looking around, see if there's anything on us. There is not. We're clear. So we'll go ahead and start turning in. Start turning in for the Jack 9. Secure some shots. Make sure no one's shooting at me. So, once again, we're going in for this yak right here who's trying to go for one of our friendlies. See if we can offer up some assistance. But unfortunately, it's not going to be necessary because they end up getting him. But there is another in the Yak 9 that looks like a juicy target that I do not mind if I do say so myself. Along with, if you guys saw it, there is indeed another Yak 9 above us. So in the, just in case, because it kind of looks like he's trying to dive on us, I start going straight to the ground and to give him a harder shot, especially with trees and stuff right here. If he dives on us and if he doesn't do it correctly, he will go into the ground, or he could possibly clip a wing or his propeller on trying to pull up on the trees. So he's not gonna want to risk that. Do a quick burst, miss. Now we're gonna go ahead and try and undercut his turn, and not necessary. And unfortunately, that other yak is also full, so that sucks. There is that P61 right here, but not anymore. so far we've only managed to get two people into the shadow ground. I was hoping that would give me like a damage report, but it doesn't. I did end up changing it, so it is now. It is now. I have a keybind that shows damage and stuff. Oh wait, I did have it. Yeah, I just ended up clicking the wrong one. But seeing if how it was, if I was damaged at all. Now I'm down to just barely any machine gun, a few cannon rounds, and then right here is exactly why I always dove down to the ground for those other people to try to get it, and somehow I clipped the wing. I don't understand how, but I and just because I wanted to give you guys one more match because of that last kind of shitty match with me crashing in. I didn't really have any other good footage with my Key 100, so I figured, you know what? Let me show you guys the Corsair. I really like the Corsair too. It's the plane that I'm trying to use. It's kind of like as my primary prop for America. So the way I have it is I would like to have like one prop plane that I use for every nation. Just send this TU1 back to the hangar. So adios. Yeah, so the Corsair just happens to be the one I chose for America. For Germany, obviously it's the 109. For the USSR, it's the LA5. The one that's got 3 cannons instead of 2. Um, for Britain, it's Spitfire, obviously. Um, I do have one that's already aced. It is the Mark 2B, I believe, is the 3.7 one. But I'm thinking I'm gonna change it to the I can't remember which one it is, but it's one that's got it's like a 5.7 and it's got 50 cows and cannons. I've been working on that one lately. Um, oh, and then right here, a VO Pyromore or whatever does end up coming and diving on me, and does end up unfortunately getting me right here. Believe I accidentally ended up ending the recording before then, so. But oh yeah, so with Japan, with Britain, obviously the Spitfire. With Japan, it's gonna be the Key 102. China, it's the P-47. With France, it is the Yak 3. With Sweden, it is the A21A, or maybe the J22. And then with Israel, it's going to be the P-51. And then I do also have Italy that I've been working on, but I'm working on that one with a friend. So that's why I haven't really touched that one. So I don't have one for Italy yet. But I thought a VO Pyromore was dived on me. I guess I guess I must have been thinking about a different match. So there's this Spitfire right here, and we're gonna go ahead and try and dive on him and help our friend out. We couldn't really get the shot right there, so we had to pull up. And then I was gonna do the stupid thing, and oh wait, here is where it happens. The VO Pyromore dives on me right here, because this that 0 right there was gonna try and get to me. Obviously, he was never gonna catch me, but that VO in a dive, unfortunately, does. So you can hear right. Oh, and there's a cutoff time. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.